So yeah, and I've caught a lot of heat because I don't think that law enforcement should be allowed to cover their faces. What if their kids? Hey, thanks for talking. What if they're receiving death threats?
Which is the reason why ICE are allowed to wear masks, is because them and their families have been attacked for just doing their job. I mean, it's not like they're.
But they're in a different capacity than just an average person on the street.
So it's okay for their families to receive death threats?
No, it's not okay. There are ways to deal with that criminally, but you don't allow them to cover up their identification.
Post their family?
Well, if somebody's actively making threats.
So nobody's going to do anything about it until somebody's injured, right?
No, so there are ways, if somebody's making threats, there are ways to deal with that ahead of time.
Order, that stops a lot of violence.
Restraining orders stop no violence.
There you go.
Right? Personal firearms ownership stops violence.
I thought we wanted to get rid of guns.
Who said that? Did you hear me say that?
No, you.
Right. You didn't. But wait. You address me. So don't. No, but you address something that I said because I said mask. Right. I said I don't think law enforcement should be allowed to be masked in any capacity, and that's when you address me in that moment. Correct. In any capacity. I do not believe that law enforcement should be allowed to operate in secrecy.
You know what the best part is? We can both have the same opinion. Our own opinions. It's great.
Well, we can't have the same opinion. We disagree.
Different.
Right. My reasoning is that law enforcement has the ability to snatch or seize anybody off the street at any time. And all they have to articulate their ability to do that is, 1, I believe this person was about to commit a crime, or 2, I was in fear of my life. That's all law enforcement has to do. That's their reasonable, articulable suspicion.
Okay.
So now we want to allow them to be able to snatch people, anybody, off the street. And in this case, now we want federal agents to be able to cover their faces to avoid the accountability. And we have seen...
It's one group, right? One specific group. Like FBI agents aren't covering their faces.
That's not true. FBI agents... That's not true.
Rochester Police Department, they're not covering their faces.
Right, so explain to me then why are Rochester police not covering their faces but ICE is?
Rochester police officer gets to go home at night and not have death threats to his family.
I spent almost 13 years in the... Prove that ICE agents are getting threats.
No, we're talking about you right
No, but you want me to prove it, but ICE agents don't have to prove it? So I'm supposed to go and give you a handout of all the times I received death threats?
One time.
One time? I was attacked in the line of duty and told I'm going to finish you off and find your family. I got followed to my vehicle. You don't believe that?
Every day?
I do now, because you said that.
Every day.
Yep.
Almost constantly.
I'm sure
or hide.
Yeah,
so.
I don't either. Especially here in town, those.
Death threats every day. Love the sweatshirt, by the way.
Thank you.
So
that's all we need.
That's right. Spread love, baby. That's what it's all about.
So you believe that law enforcement should have greater protections than everybody else? Should they have greater protections than everybody else?
I think every job has its certain risks. I think everybody needs certain protections.
Okay, so you see law enforcement as at a higher rate of risk than anybody else?
Yeah.
No, they're actually not even anywhere near the top 25 most dangerous jobs in the United States.
Now you just make it up.
No, they're not anywhere near the top 25 most dangerous jobs in the United States.
Somebody's getting shot downtown. Who are you calling? You calling grandma?
You call law. If somebody's getting shot downtown, you don't call law enforcement because they're anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes away. By the time you call them, it's over.
So who do you call?
Take care of it yourself.
So you believe?
I believe in Constitution.
You really believe in kings then?
No, I believe in Constitution.
Everybody having their own autonomy.
I'm not here as part of the No Kings. I'm here to cover it and talk to people. And you interjected, so I'm talking to you.
Huh? Thank you. Good job. They're about to start. Have a great day, bud.
You interjected with me, so.
Have a great day. Thank you.
In other words, you know you don't have an argument. You know you're wrong. You know you're wrong. Law enforcement doesn't solve even half of the crimes they get called to. 2, very rarely does law enforcement show up to prevent the crime, let alone help in the crime. Rarely. They come up, clean up, do an investigation maybe, and it might get solved.
So in your world, according to what you've said, everybody should be concealed carry.
I think we should all be constitutional carry. I believe in constitutional carry.
Shoot people and take care of it myself.
No, if somebody presents...
That was your logic, my
No.
Yes, it was. You said it. You can roll back your tape.
I did not say we should just shoot everybody.
Yeah.
No, if somebody threatens your life or presents threat to you and your family, you should be allowed to defend yourself. I didn't say shoot everybody.
Hypocrisy is great.
I'm far more logical than you, and you just got twisted in your own knots.
No, I didn't.
You did. You got twisted in your own knots.
No,
You interjected, you way overbit, and now you're embarrassed.
I'm not embarrassed.
You're way
because
embarrassed.
I'm factual and I'm accurate.
You're not factual and accurate.
The average police officer in Rochester, Minnesota doesn't receive a death threat every day. And to say you said you did when you did for 13 years, I don't believe you that it happened every day.
I said
Again, that's
almost
your
every
words.
day.
No, you did not. You said every day. You go back and play it back. Again,
Law enforcement world, and I receive death threats constantly. You don't believe me?
I don't.
You don't believe that I spent almost 13 years in the law enforcement
No,
world?
the death threats part.
No, I did. I received death threats pretty much every day in the capacity of the job that I did.
Yours
I
was-
might have exaggerated. I'm not going to say that.
There you go.
But
there
I
you
still-
go. But yet I'm the one that's
No,
confused in the
Maybe I overstated, but I received death threats on a regular basis.
No, you said every
I
day.
received death threats on a
You said
regular. Okay, I
every
said
day.
every day, but I received
You
death
said
threats on a
every
regular
day.
basis, and
Every day.
I didn't get any extra.
You also said that you said police officers don't solve crimes.
They,
don't
police
solve
do not.
problems.
Police do not solve crimes at the rate
You
everybody
said
thinks they
people
do.
are getting attacked and their families are getting attacked. And
They should be-
threatened.
you don't think they
just
should-
carry a gun and take care of it?
You don't think you should be able to defend yourself and your family?
I do, but that's.
But what? Wait. But what?
As the number.
But what? Come on, big guy. But what? But what? But what? Come on. But what? Are you constitutional carry or not?
Yeah, everybody should be allowed to carry.
Okay.
Yeah,
So what's the point of a constitutional carry?
to protect yourself. Yeah.
Okay, and
Well,
your
actually,
family.
Technically, that's to protect your land is what it really came about.
No, it was to protect self, property, and others.
Yep.
Right.
Well,
And then
not
also
others,
in
but self and property.
self, property, and others,
Because
and
they're afraid
then
the government come and get it, take over the land,
and then to
so
be able to
expanding
protect
westward.
yourself from a tyrannical government.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Okay. So if the point of constitutional carry is protection of self and your property, you should also be able to protect your family or others around you, right?
Yeah.
Right?
If
Because you
there's- if
can't
there's an
rely on
imminent
law
threat, I
enforcement to
agree.
do
If there's
that.
an imminent threat, I agree.
Can you have a cop on every corner protecting every single person? And there are court cases that say law enforcement is not obligated to protect and serve. Yeah. Supreme Court cases.
Who are you with the press? Like what press
Independent.
Independent?
Yeah.
So you got out of law enforcement to go into the press. Huh?
I got pushed out of law enforcement for having a podcast.
Oh, really?
Absolutely.
Doesn't seem right.
During COVID, because I was out.
Is that legal to press somebody out because of their belief?
You want to check out my story?
No, I don't.
Oh, right? Because
I
you're not
do.
interested in the truth of what I'm saying.
Well, we've already caught you lying a couple times.
I didn't
so-
lie.
So,
First of all,
I'm sorry, you
first of all, big guy, I didn't lie. I exaggerated, and we all do it.
which is lying.
No, an exaggeration.
Exaggerated-
A lie is an intent to intentionally deceive.
Which is what you said.
That is not what I did.
Tell me you got attacked every day, death threats.
I didn't say
day.
I got attacked every day.
You said-
Now you can't get it straight.
You said you got death threats every day. Every
There
day.
again,
Every day.
it was a very common occurrence for me.
every day. But that's not a lie, then, right?
It's not a lie. It's not a lie. The problem is that you're probably one of those normie Trump bots.
Yeah, that's what I am.
Yeah, probably,
Yeah.
because they're the only people defending ICE wearing masks everywhere. They're the only people defending ICE wearing masks everywhere because you think they're under a greater threat than anybody
You don't
else.
think there's anybody here wearing a mask? I think you need to go circle the crowd and see how many people are truly wearing
There's a
masks.
huge difference between a private citizen and somebody who works for the government that has the power of the state behind them, that has the monopoly on violence, legal authorized violence. Does the state not have a monopoly on legal violence? Does the state have a monopoly on legal violence?
You get me. That's funny.
I
He's
don't
got a
know.
rational thought.
Am I wrong? Does the state not have a legal monopoly on violence?
That is our guy.
Huh? Does the state have a legal monopoly on violence? They can do things to you in a violent way that no one else can do, correct?
Not legally.
They can't?
No.
So cops can't shoot people and get away with it? Happens all the time. State troopers can't run people down on the road and get away with it? State trooper...
Again, not legally.
No, they can't. State Trooper Ryan Moser, April 9th, doing 126 miles an hour up on Highway 10 in Sherburne County, careens at 126 miles an hour into a 17 or 18-year-old and his brother and a friend, paralyzes him on April 9th. 126 miles an hour on a highway, responding to a wrong-way driver. And the Dakota County attorney's office, after months and months and months of investigation, determined that he didn't do anything wrong. But Blake Mostad is paralyzed for the rest of his life.
That's tragic.
That's a trooper getting away with violence. Correct?
One isolated instance.
Nope. Trooper Ryan Moser, or Shane Roper down here, murdered Olivia Flores on May 18th of 2024. Murdered her. Murdered her. Right out here at this intersection.
So murder.
Murdered her.
With intent.
He's finally on trial, but they're fighting it.
Oh wait, so it's against the law if he's a trial, right? That means somebody had to have some kind of grand jury, some kind of...
You don't know anything about that, do you? You don't know...
Car accident right over here.
You don't know anything about that murder, do you?
The car accident over
The
there?
murder. He's on trial for murder.
Yeah.
Vehicular homicide. But they're fighting it, saying it was justified because he was pursuing a speeder. Okay?
Everybody has their right to defense. I'm not saying he's
I'm,
right.
I'm not saying he doesn't have a right to his defense, but you don't think that law enforcement, the state in particular, has a monopoly on authorized violence?
No.
They don't? So you can just go gun down anybody you want and not face any consequences for it like law enforcement does?
That was your solution with the good care. Everybody should keep...
I do believe everybody should carry a gun.
And then if there's somebody threatening you, you should be able to shoot them. Those are your words, not mine.
If somebody's threatening you, you should be able to defend yourself from them.
There you go.
Right?
So apparently they don't have a monopoly on violence then.
But I still will stand trial. Gentleman right over here, right across
the
it.
cops is standing trial.
One cop out of all of them.
All of them. No cop has ever been on trial. Now I know why you're not in law enforcement.
No?
Yep.
Really?
Yep. Enjoy your life, man.
Yeah.
Good job, bud.
Stop being a bootlicker.
I don't know what that means.
Yes, you do.